Hey y'all, it's the Lord Starter, and today we're gonna be speaking about Exodus because that's what I'm reading right. Well, one of the chapters, one of the 3 chapters that I am currently reading. And Exodus is like about Moses, setting the Israelites free from Egypt and the Pharaoh's daughter and the king of Egypt, like just to sum it all up, right? And then to sum it up, so basically the children of Israel were blessed, and the king of Egypt seen that, right? And he wanted to infiltrate, like he wanted to have people have kids with the children of the Israelites. Yeah, so I'm sorry guys, I'm not trying to say a lot, but because they were so blessed, and many times a lot of people think that they can take your blessings just because they're in your life, or even people will really try to have kids with people on purpose. And I know that sounds like, it takes two to tangle, but the enemy has his people just like how God has his people, and the enemy will send his people to infiltrate on God's people's life. So, because they really believe that they can take our inheritance. And they cannot. He had ordered that all the Hebrew women who had children, if they had daughters, they'll be able to keep them. If they had sons, they were supposed to kill them, but they didn't. And the king was mad about it. So the king said all the boy children had to go in the water, had to go in the river. And one of them was Moses. And the river led Moses to Pharaoh's daughter. And Pharaoh's daughter saved him, right? So I took down some notes, right? Moses was drawn out of water when he was a baby, saved by the Pharaoh's daughter, right? And I put an arrow and I put life purpose with a question mark. And I had to go look up what the Moses means. Moses means drawn out of, right? Drawn out of, not drown. Drawn out of, like taken out of. Like Pharaoh's daughter said, that's why she named him Moses, because she drawn him out of the water. Now, he was drawn out. Now his life purpose was to draw out the Israelites from Egypt, from slavery, and through the Red Sea. Since he was saved out of the water and saved, it was cared for. His calling was to do the same for people. He learned how to navigate water, right? And what does water do? Water carries, shifts, helps things grow. It flushes out. It absorbs. It releases. It reshapes. It can move mountains. It can kill people. It can heal people. It can help people. And that is what God gave Moses, the authority to do for the Israelites when he saved them from Egypt. Right? So water can save and harm people. What the king of Egypt intended for was that the water, the river, was supposed to harm Moses, when really it saved him and gave him purpose, because the water made its way to the Pharaoh's daughter, who saw Moses, and she took him and took care of him. And because of that, what the enemy has set out to harm you, God will take it to prosper and use you. Like the littlest things be like so wow. And lots of people don't get the Bible. That's why you always ask the Holy Spirit to lead and guide you for understanding and wisdom, and to fill the atmosphere so they can help you understand. I say that I ask him, and for him to grant me the understanding and the heart to listen, and the fundamental to understand and to gain wisdom, so I could not just be reading, and so I could really understand it. And that was just a big wow to me, because people don't understand how big water is. Like, God is water, right? He is life. And water has movement to it, right? Like I already said, water does things, right? That's horrendous or even beautiful. And the devil knows things too, right? About certain things, but the devil doesn't know all, right? He knew like how dangerous water can be, right? That's why he used the king of Egypt to send the Hebrew sons in the water because he intended to harm them. But he's not all-knowing. But God knows that the water saves also. Why? Because God is water also. God saves, right? When we're dehydrated, what do we need? We need water. When we're dirty, what do we use to cleanse ourselves? Water. Yeah. So God took the good of what the water can do. Not only to save Moses, but because he knew what was already coming. And that's just another thing of how we should be trusting God in the process of sometimes when things look bad or looks like it's going to go one way. God is all-knowing. He knows what is going to happen. We just have to trust in him. We are not all-knowing. Sometimes what it looks like, it isn't. God knows what it is, and we just have to be patient. And so I just came here to say those two things. Number one is to be patient, wait on, well, it's a couple things, but to be patient, wait on God, because he is all-knowing. And basically, do not walk by sight, walk by faith. And the second thing is what the enemy was trying to intend for bad, that God will take it and turn around to use you and for it to turn out to be good. I love you guys. God bless you guys, and stay tuned for this Sunday's Bible study. I promise I always go months and months without it because life is very hectic and busy. But I told myself if I could do other type of content, I can do a Bible study every Sunday at least. It's not that hard. So stay tuned for this Sunday's Bible study. Mwah.